Hey all, Taves here. Welcome back to the channel. Back playing some more Planet Zoo today. Back in Missoula Zoo. We're joined again by the awesome Haribo. Say hello, Haribo.
Hello, Haribo.
There we go. This is always awkward, isn't it? You can never start a video without it not sound a little bit awkward, especially if there's someone else on the recording. There's just no way of avoiding it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Sorry.
so we've got some good progress to show you. Mainly you'll have seen from the thumbnail focused around the new reindeer habitat that we've added, but we've also done some. I should probably start because this takes a while, doesn't it? It always takes a while.
Yeah.
We've also filled out the gift shop that we showed you last week, or whenever that last episode was, a couple of weeks ago. We are working to try and get to like a 2-week pattern. But kind of not going to compromise the quality and stuff in order to get to that, but we shall see. That's the plan. So it's so funny, isn't it, that we work on this so much that you sort of forget. Like I sort of forget what's new. Do you have that as well between the episodes? No, you just remember everything, all remembering or whatever.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Here we can have the first peek into the habitat as the guest do. But you won't see that much, like intended.
Oh, we got a little peek there. There's a little bubba in there running around.
Oh, yeah.
And a keeper. Oh, God, it does annoy me that the keepers are always inside the habitats, man. Right, so we'll go that way. That's where we're going to kind of end up. But we'll do the backstage, the gift shop and stuff. I think there's been a couple of changes in here, but nothing major in this kind of plaza. Oh, hello. We've got some fans in.
Yeah.
We've got some fans in. Seem to be stuck, but we'll ignore those guys. We'll come back to them.
Well, we're recording just after the update, and this should be fixed. But
yeah, I don't really know why. That's the first time I've seen them doing that since the update. So they have just updated. Planet Zoo has just been updated. Was it today or was it yesterday? I can't remember.
It was today for me, at least.
To fix that problem with the guests getting stuck, but I'm sure it's probably pretty easy to fix. So we might just do a little cut as we come out of the gift shop. So if you remember this from the last episode, this was all basically just a shell, and I have actually contributed something in this episode, which is super exciting for me. Can we get some guests in here? So yeah, this has got mostly my own stuff. God, I can't remember the name of the plushies. Oh, I'm an awful person. There will definitely be a link in the description for the plushies, or in the collection. We've got a collection that we've made on the workshop. So we'll be 100% making sure these guys are in here. So those are super cool. And then Plastic Swans is posters. And then I think everything else in here I've made. So yeah, pretty up with it. We've got. I'm sort of stalling to see if we can get some guests in, because the guests. I was just explaining this to Haribo how I did this, and it took me ages, but I did actually get the guests to come in and interact with things. Basically look like they're looking at the shelves and various different things in here. I'm still waiting. Basically what I had to do, here we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, so they kind of just look like they're looking at stuff. Obviously they don't buy anything because the stuff can actually be bought. But so what I had to do is, and I think it's a thing it took me a while to work out. Basically, there's like a path node. So this is obviously goes nowhere. This bit of path goes around in this little circle. And initially I just thought, well, I'll just put like education boards and things and TV screens underneath these sections. And in the walls. But what was happening was they never came down the path. So they'd never go. It's almost like they will never specifically start a journey in order to go to an education thing.
Yeah, because I was trying this also on another part in the zoo, and they never was walking towards the point
So I've actually taken out. We had a little shop in here. I'll show you that section in a second. But I've taken that out because I didn't want it in here. And I thought initially, okay, does that mean they're just going to have no reason to come in here? So what I had to do is put into the wall, back in this back corner over here, is a vending machine. And if you switch the vending machine off, if you leave the vending machine on, the guests will come over and they'll derp into the wall and do their animation and all that sort of stuff to get stuff from the vending machine. But if you leave it, interestingly, if you leave it in the wall and you turn it off, they will have a reason to come down that path section. And once they're on that path section, then it seems that they will interact with the education boards. So you'll have to take my words for this because there's not very many of them in here. But yeah, there's education stuff under all of these sections, and behind this wall there's education. So they come in and they look like they're looking at stuff.
I really have to say this shop looks very, very cool. I really like it.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Like, trying to find things that aren't just the same thing that everybody else has put in their shops. And I didn't want. Yeah. We talked about this. I didn't want to go for I didn't want to go for like a toy shop. I wanted to make it feel kind of they're sort of higher end. I don't know, like a bit posher. So,
I think you achieved this.
Yeah, so there's a few things that are just like little boxes and stuff that are just a bit derpy. Do these come across like pipes, like a musical instrument? That's what I did.
Sure. I mean, it could be something else, but this won't be in this shop. So
I was basically thinking these were like the sort of snake charmer. Yeah, and they're upside down. Those are actually umbrellas, the big umbrellas stuck in the floor. Yeah, and then I was most pleased with my little chessboard.
How did you? These are the gutter pieces, right?
Yeah, gutter pieces just sat on top of each other, and then sort of a little box or something that's implied.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I've got a few things that you see in everybody else's gift shops, but kind of had to.
I never saw these. I don't even know how to call them. These cubes you can play with. Oh, my English sucks.
Oh, the dice.
Yeah. The dice.
I don't really understand the dice, but it was just a little fun thing.
These
sort of thing you might see.
And these are enrichment items, right?
Yeah. Well, most of the stuff I bet loads of people have done that before. Like that's all. Yeah, pretty much everybody's got those in their gift shops. So yeah, then some did to kind of get the lighting in and some little plug sockets and stuff like that, to give it some credibility. And then I actually really enjoyed. I have to say, I really enjoyed making this till. And this little kind of, it's quite simple, but it's like a little inferred map. So I was thinking maybe we'd put it at the one of the ticket windows anyway. But so you're talking to the staff member and they kind of point you in the direction of something on this map, and maybe we'll do something.
Cool feature.
Like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was kind of cute. Little card reader.
And you also did the this thing here?
The till, yeah. I made the till as well, which I think came out pretty cool.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's better than the one from the workshop.
Oh, thank you very much, dude. Yeah, so basically I did this, and there was like, I had this over here originally in this corner. If you remember from the last episode, it was over on this side. And then we had this other window, and it just never really looked right because it was like a shop inside a shop. And so I thought, well, I kind of like the idea of there being a backstage to the shop. So that's what this is. It's basically just a little.
And I had a backstage door, but it just
exactly
was implied.
Yeah, so you had already had the backstage door, so I thought I'd just continue that idea through.
I never thought it would fit, but
Yeah, well, it's super tight,
possible.
but it's all right, isn't it? I think it's all right, and it's supposed to be like some little plushies in boxes and things. Made some little custom boxes.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then this is supposed to be like gift wrap, basically. If you wanted to. It's obviously the carpets, but that was sort of the idea. So I'm pretty happy with that now. I think that's basically done. Yeah, I did light it, but it's not all that. It's pretty simple. And then I use this thing as a carpet, which looks pretty good as a carpet.
Oh, it isn't a carpet? I never looked.
I think it's supposed to be a tapestry.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna do that. I'm not even gonna do that because I'll get all of the custom floor.
Yeah.
So that's that. It's a shame we didn't get more guests in. We just they're all they're all stood doing a cheer.
Maybe we make the cut here.
I'm going to make a little cut here, and then they'll all be magically gone. Cool, right. So as if by magic, they have all been freed from their waving fit. So let's carry on past the man who needs to go for a pee. Oh, they both need to go for a pee. How sweet is that? And then they're fine. Did they just pee? Did they just go? How rude. Maybe they were just faking. Sorry, right. So here's the amazing reindeer. You'll have to just guide me how you want to do this, by the way.
It's basically you have the start of the reindeer habitat here with a little feeding or petting area and some staff members. You were not happy with them, so.
Well, we had them both as guys with brooms before. This looks better. Like, I think she could be explaining something about. She looks like she could be explaining something about the habitat or the reindeer to people. He just looks like he was. He's taking a break. If someone with a broom started talking to you in a zoo, you would be a bit like, I don't know.
Can I trust him?
Can I trust him? Is he a weirdo? Right, do you want to go through the door or shall I carry on down the path?
No, just the visitor path.
Okay. We have a little... I've just noticed my little Tejikam man's in front of me. Pretend that's not happening. So this is your little... your awesome little feeder thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I have them on the workshop.
Yeah, they're very cool.
For a pretty long time. And then you have a little break
fence.
a little break from the exhibit, so you can't see anything, and then you should be able from here to see the first view.
Yeah.
With a little artificial creek going through the whole habitat.
Yeah, so nice, man. I love the levels of it as well, which is really cool. It's sort of upper tier and then.
I mean, they are very intentional. You are forced to see. I don't know how to explain. You only can see what you should see.
Yeah, sort of curated view, basically.
Yeah. And this would be the second viewing platform, where you can see basically the artificial creek raising and creating a natural border. And you also would have these electrical fences to prevent the reindeers from going out without having any high fences. So that's pretty much the idea of the layout.
So does it not matter if you have it right down low like that? They don't jump it, presumably.
I think they just would experience it and avoid it.
Yeah. That's cool, isn't it? Because then you don't have the obstruction of the fence in the way. But you've got a lot of natural barrier here anyway, because you've got all this rock and the water and stuff. Anyway,
yeah, but I think they could climb it or jump it.
Yeah, maybe the big fellas.
Yeah, not this one, but all the other one.
Look at them frolicking, little frolics, little frolicking, prancing around. We should give them some names. We need to give these guys some names as well.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
so we're carrying on down the path. Here's your little...
Yeah, it's a little custom stand. I mean, how many reindeers does Santa have?
Oh, that's a question. That's a question for the comments right there.
Yeah.
I think it's 12, isn't it? Or is it
I
something
don't know,
like
maybe
that?
8?
I think it's an odd number because it's a big number, I think. And then Rudolph is the odd number.
I think we have
Might be
about
wrong.
6 or 7 in this habitat.
So like this little custom fence, I had to immediately go, how have you done that, Haribo? And it's like a little piece of sheet or something. It's one of the canvases.
I think it's from the Arctic pack.
Cloth. Yeah.
Oh, African. Okay. So we had a lot of clothes. We can where we can change the color, and I see this pretty often on fences where these small animals don't have to pass. So it's preventing them from going into the habitat, and taking in some, I don't know, viruses or some COVID.
Oh, look at that.
Just kidding. So you won't have.
You just got me demonetized, by the way. It's fine.
Nah. Yeah, just keep it out.
Yeah, beep it out. Beep it out.
Um,
I've never really watched them that much. I'm always so busy building stuff, and it's like,
yeah, they're pretty
actually
chill.
They're very cool, aren't they?
I like watching them.
So let's go down the other end. So there's loads of little, like, lovely little details and things in this that just make it look really kind of authentic and things. And then you've got this little, their kind of barn down here.
Yeah, that could actually be a barn which was here before the zoo. Because you would also need on the vineyard, you would need some animals to help you with all the work. And,
This awesome custom feeder that looks really, really legit.
And it's working. That's
Yeah.
the cool part of it.
We had a second one of these, didn't we, for a while? Didn't you not have one in the main section of the habitat, which is I just miss it?
No, I deleted the
You took it
second
out,
one.
right, got you.
Because it was distracting the natural look of it all. So.
This does definitely feel very American, this little paddock here, or this little enclosure.
I'm not that experienced with American architecture, but I think I hit it pretty well.
Yeah. And then I like how this is quite simple on the inside.
Yeah, it's very simple.
It definitely kind of
don't watch too closely.
It definitely kind of does. Well, it does enough, I think, for a they never go in there, do they? Or do they actually sleep in there?
They do. They can. At least they can traverse it.
Go in there now. Show us. Go. No, not doing it. And then we've got some little kind of drains and things back here, which is kind of nice little details and whatnot. Right, so let's go back up past all these guys through this little section. I think this section's like nice as well. This is kind of like closed off, and a little window into the keeper's hut, which isn't finished, so we're not looking. So down this way again. So do you want to go? So basically, this building we're not kind of going to show you today, but we'll just kind of look at it. But this is going to be like a food hall, isn't it? And we've got some work to do in the groundworks and things, and then inside, so that'll be in the next one. And then you'll have to remind me which bits. So we've had Carlos G72. Is it G72? Is that right?
Yeah, just say Carlos.
Say Carlos, but who a lot of people will know from, if you're kind of a content creator or you're someone that's in the like Bro Nation Discord and those sorts of things, you'll know Carlos. But if you're someone just watches, you might not. But he's a bit of a master of the art shapes. And I think even just saying that is a bit of a disservice, that he's a bit of a master of most things, to be honest.
Yeah, it started. I just built this aviary and asked him if I can have his snow owl, because I saw it on the Discord channel, and he said, yeah, sure. And yeah, and one thing led to the other, and not all, but half of the things you will see behind this door is made by him. So
let's go through there. So this is coming back down. I will show you this in context once we've had a look round. I'll show you where we are. But this is we had this actually in the previous episode. Some of this kind of penciled in, and then Haribo's done a load more work on it, and then as Carlos has done some work on it too, a bunch of work on it.
Yeah, that's pretty much the backstage building of the snow owl. And here, some gardening, some hay,
these little silos are really
mulch.
cool. What's nice about this? I think what's nice about this partnership or this team so far is that sometimes we kind of had a little bit of a conversation about these silos, but this is exactly the picture that I had in my head when we talked about it, that it would look like this, little concrete silos.
Yeah,
so that's really nice.
I mean,
so this is the backstage of the Reindeers as well.
Yeah, and backstage is always kind of ugly, but it's hard to create this ugliness. So
I really like the ugly bits. I don't know why. It's only happened to me in this game that I'm like, I love the janky backstage bits.
so this warehouse was my first addition to the backstage.
So cool. Is this where we put the bodies? This is where we chop up the bodies and put them in.
Yeah, these fridges are from Peter Ur.
They're very cool.
But the only downside is that there is glowing meat in it. So
they glow, do they? They're the Australia pieces, are they?
Yeah, but they're not shining. They're just glowing. So
just that's the dodgy meat that we don't. Yeah, it's the radioactive meat.
And the truck is also made by Carlos.
Yeah, I'll go around and see the truck, and then we'll go in there in a second.
Yeah,
that's off the workshop, isn't it? These little.
Mr. Domus made them.
Oh, right. Domus has done a load of cool stuff as well, I believe. Yeah, so this is really nice.
Yeah, and these are pretty much the only trucks I saw in the workshop which are not too big.
Yeah, I was going to say proportions are really nice of them. I think that's one of the hard. What's going on there? Oh, it's like janked up.
Yeah.
That must be deliberate. I think that must be deliberate. That it's kind of. So let's go in. So this we'll show you the rest of this in a second, and I'll show you the context of this. But let's go in here. So I'm right in saying this is mostly Carlos, right?
It's all Carlos.
All Carlos. Okay, awesome. So
he created this garage and showed it to me, and I said, "Yeah, we need something more hillbilly in it." And he just looked for a Harley, didn't found one. And just created one, and so I think cool. it's
got the kickstand and everything. It's so cool. So
awesome.
Cool. And then the spare wheels and the little tool stand and stuff is really good.
Yeah, and he created some
Z-Fi in there.
Yeah, can fix it. He created some stuff vehicles for us with the Missoula Zoo letters on it, and I love it.
Yeah, very cool. And then I looked at this for a while. I was like, this is a little spray booth or something, is it? Or is it like a cleaning? Yeah, is this for cleaning the cars?
It could be both.
I've not noticed this C-File in there before. Sorry, we can fix that.
Yeah.
So yeah, very cool. Awesome work by Carlos. Love the little jacks. There's so many lovely little details as well that I think that's one of the funnest things of working in like a collab thing, is that you kind of getting excited about others stuff, and like you're noticing the little details that you've all added as you do it.
And also you get inspired a lot.
So. Yeah, totally. Stealing ideas. Right, so let's go back across to your... This was here in the first episode, wasn't it? This building.
Yeah, it was there, but we didn't look at it.
We're not going inside though, are we?
No. Yeah, it can't be decorated from the inside because all the facilities are sunken into the ground. So
that's right. Yeah.
Because they are freaking 4 meters high.
Yeah.
That's why it's this way.
So this is the road basically that we started on. So this is up to you see the guests coming in up there, and the bus station that we showed in the first episode.
Yeah, and here's one of the administration buildings.
Super cute. I love these little pallet planters. They're nice.
These are made from Carlos. I just stole them.
Yeah. Yeah, it works really nicely. Little blinds and stuff in the windows. Custom wall as ever. I'd not even noticed that before. That's nuts, dude. That's really cool.
It works pretty well for an iron fence. Also, the sliding door is...
little gate. Very nice. And then, another little truck out here. And this fuel station. This is genius, by the way.
Yeah. These sloppy staff members.
Yeah. It's amazing how it works so well though, isn't it? Because it's just like, obviously if you had the full pipe sitting on the surface, it would be way too big, but having it kind of just sitting underneath the surface, it does enough. Very cool. And that cylinder's actually really cool as well. What's that even made out of?
Just art shapes.
Art shapes.
Yeah.
So actually not that many pieces then, is it that?
Nope.
And then the last one to look at is... We'll look at the little janky backstage bit there as well. Yeah, this one works really well as well.
Yeah, but this could be basically just a random stuff building.
Yeah.
So we hit a vet in there, but yeah, as I said, it could be anything.
I like that we're all doing this as well. I'm doing this quite a lot of places, just kind of scattering stuff around and making sure it looks a bit rough and janky. This is so cool. This is our little backstage. Is it Carlos that's got the mod on the workshop, or the blueprint on the workshop? It's like,
I think it's his stuff, yeah.
Or is it Domez that's got the piles of crap? Maybe it's one of the two. Carlos or Domez have got piles of crap as a super cool.
Yeah. Basically just an extended workshop here. Because we have no workshop inside. We just do it outside.
Yeah, and what I'm really enjoying is this all kind of makes sense as well. That is like, bringing the animals into an area. You've got access to come into the back of this. We've got to do more of it. And I was quite happy that you'd left this road, or whichever one of you it was that's left this road, so that we can bring the trailers and stuff through. Is this off the workshop, or is this?
It's also from Carlos.
This is Carlos as well.
Yeah, he made a whole pack of them.
Beautiful.
And here we have the pumping station, which is for the artificial creek.
Yeah.
And basically all the other artificial water sections we would have in this area.
Yeah. We moved these as well, and we've added a Brazilian flag to this because Carlos is Brazilian. And some terrain work and stuff, bit of foliage and whatnot. So there's that in context, coming together nicely. And then this is the backstage area.
And I think it don't have to be much bigger.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think so.
because we are on the smaller part of the zoo.
Yeah.
And when we're coming across the river, there will be a second entrance where we also can add a maintenance area
as we go over that way.
Yeah.
Right. Well, thank you very much. Oh, God, I've missed something, have I? Go on.
No, I just wanted to mention that there is a second river, but it's not that important because it's not modeled.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that. We can get to that in the next one.
That's all right.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for watching, guys. As you know, as I said, we're trying to do this kind of every couple of weeks, and we'll drop in the occasional teaser and stuff in, and there's the occasional stream happening on my Twitch as well. Links and all that sort of thing in the down below. And yeah, I think that's it. Do you want to say goodbye?
Bye.
You're always so good at that one.
Yeah.
All right, guys, take it easy. Catch you on the next one.